If you're currently trying to get your first payout, I want to tell you something that I wish somebody had told me a few years ago. Your first payout is probably not going to change your life. Now, before you misunderstand me, that's not me saying that it does not matter. It does. It took me around 3 years to get my first payout. So, trust me, I know how much work goes into it. And I know how many times you can question yourself and how frustrating the whole process can be. And I also know how badly you want that first payout when you are still trying to get there. But looking back now, I think a lot of traders put too much weight on that one moment, because when you are trying to get funded, it's very easy to think once I get funded and get my first payout, then things will be different. And honestly, I don't really agree with that anymore. When I got my first payout, it felt good. Obviously, I had spent years trying to get there, so it was a nice feeling. But after a couple of days, life was pretty much back to normal. I still had the same goals, I still had the same challenges, and my thinking was actually very simple. I wanted to keep trading that account, keep taking payouts, and use those payouts to buy more accounts so I could increase my capital. That was the plan. And honestly, I still think that's a good plan. But looking back now, I think the biggest lesson wasn't the payout itself. The biggest lesson was what happened afterwards. And this is something I want you to think about. Let's say you get your first payout tomorrow. What does that actually prove? Well, it proves that you are able to do it once. And that's a huge achievement. Seriously. A lot of traders never even get to that stage. But what it doesn't prove is whether you can keep doing it. And those are two completely different things. Because if you look at it, one payout is just an event. Consistency is a skill. And it takes much longer to build that skill than it takes to get one payout. I think that's where a lot of traders get confused. They spend so much time chasing the first payout that they start seeing it as the finish line. But it is not. It's more like a checkpoint, and a really important checkpoint, but still a checkpoint. Because after that first payout, the goal doesn't suddenly disappear. In a way, the real challenge starts there. Now, it's not about whether you can do it once, it's about whether you can keep doing it month after month, year after year. Can you keep making good decisions? Can you keep following your process? Can you stay patient when things aren't going your way? Because that's what actually creates results in the long run. One thing that I have realized over the last few months is that trading rewards consistency much more than individual wins. Passing a challenge feels good. A payout feels even better. Getting funded feels amazing. But those moments come and go. What actually matters is what you are able to repeat, because that's what builds confidence. That's what grows capital. And that is what eventually creates freedom. So if you're currently chasing your first payout, don't take this as me telling you not to care about it. Care about it. Work for it and celebrate it when it happens. You have earned that, but don't put all your hopes into that one moment, because the payout itself isn't what changes your life. What changes your life is becoming the kind of trader who can keep earning payouts over and over again. Not because you got lucky, not because you had one good month, but because you have built a process that you trust. And honestly, that's where my focus is right now. Not on one payout, not on one account, not on one big win, just becoming more consistent. Because if I can do that, everything else takes care of itself. Anyway, that's something I have been thinking about recently. Let me know what you think. If you have received your first payout, did it feel the way you expected it to? Or was it completely different? Do let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.